Hello, and thank you for listening to the Fillet podcast, the best skateboard podcast in the world. Today is Tuesday, October 22nd, 2019. My name is Andrew Ariano. The gentleman that's sitting next to the dark lamp is Grant Fioro, and the gentleman that has a bunch of skateboards behind him, his name is Reef Willard. Did we do any skateboarding today, boys? Let's start with Reef. How about you? Did you get on the board? Did you get on the old, the old bucket? Did you grease those wheels up or what?
No bucket for me this week. I ended up skipping out on it, which I felt really bad, but I'll get back on it. I just watched some football and hung out with the friends though.
Oh.
It was good.
Took the land. Like there's like a dark side and a light side. There's a Jedi and the Sith. Do you feel like that you cheated on your skateboard this week?
Is the skateboard the light side, or is it the dark side?
It's the light side. Did you move over to the Vader? Did you pay him some?
You Vadered it.
Did you?
I had a red lightsaber. If that's what you're asking, I had a red lightsaber for the Niners. The red lightsaber for the Niners. But yeah, I'll be back on the light side next week.
Okay.
This week.
All right.
That's good.
Grant, did you do any skateboarding?
I did some skateboarding Saturday. Skated a park with some friends down in Long Beach. Skated Cherry last Thursday too. I guess that was technically this week in terms of when we do this show.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, didn't get in the streets. Usually we're in the streets on the weekend normally, but did skate.
Oh yeah.
Okay. I did some skateboarding, fellas.
True. Some kickflips.
I did a couple. We did a couple kick flips. I took some of that energy from Reef, and I was out there doing force push on the bitches. I was out there with my blue lightsaber. Fine.
You think that's why? Since maybe not all three of us could skate in 1 week.
Hey,
maybe.
If all three of us did, we'd blow up the world.
Hey, what if me and Reef don't skate? Would you you'd be like the best you've ever been, Drew?
Yeah.
No, if you guys didn't skate that week, I'd come out with the video part.
Yeah.
You're like the headline topic of the show.
No, it's like not even the headline topic. Like I'm on Thrasher, like 9 Clubs talking about me. Barracks do an interview. Transworld got me on the cover. I mean, it's a pretty big deal, when you guys don't skate.
Okay.
We're just balancing. Jesus, so much Star Wars talk. We're just balancing the forces, bro. But that's enough about us. Glad some of us did some skateboarding, some of us didn't. But we do have a hefty amount of topics this week. I like to start off with, just because I know this fella, I'd say we're more acquaintances, but he wasn't a Let's Go Skate. I consider him a friend, though. He's been on the show before. Robert Neal turned pro for Prim Squad. Again, another heavy... he was already on the team, but another addition to the pro ranks of the almighty Prim Squad. I feel sorry for, other board brands. I don't know what Baker does to respond to this. I think Real Skateboards is looking to dissolve their company. There's a lot of moving parts here that...
Simply because Primitive has another pro?
I don't know about you, but I was having people call me. I'm not even in the skateboard game as heavy as I used to be, but people are like, Drew, I'm sweating. I'm like, I can't help you. I'm not going to ring the rod and say, hey, can you tone it down?
ring the rod. That'd be tight if that was how phone a friend or something.
Yeah.
If Drew just had a ring the rod button, we could call him in.
You'd be better is if there was remember who wants to be a millionaire? And then one of the lifelines is ring the rod.
Dude, that would be great. Just ring the rod, yo, Paul, and your knife flip crook real quick.
Dang, you know what? I like how Grant's hyped on that quote. Have I added another addition to the Drew quotes in this show?
Yes. Ring the rod. Yeah, I'm down for that one. We'll put that one in there.
But let's talk more about Robert Neal.
Yes.
Obviously, well deserved. I was making a joke in our text messages where Robert Neal was looking at the last guy that turned pro, who's kind of looking at him like, what the fuck? How are you pro before me? You know what I mean? So it's good to see that he made it up. And I'm super surprised. It's been quick for this gentleman, right? They just introduced him officially on the team. It was last year, correct?
Yeah, I mean, in one sense, I would say it's quick, like what you're saying,
Mm-hmm.
that he wasn't officially on until last year. But I feel like him officially being AM was so slow that it like evens out to me. Like he was traveling with them and getting boards from them for so long before they turned him AM or like announced him as an AM. So I think it makes sense.
Okay. Reef, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I think it's well deserved, and his video part that just came out with him announcing he's pro was superb. I mean, and we know that we talked about it last week about how Primitive's coming out with a full length, so you kind of know that this is probably just like a little bit of what the big picture of what we're gonna see. So I'm excited for him. I mean, it's his style. I can just go on about his style, honestly. But yeah, so good. Love seeing his skating. So congrats.
Yeah,
Oh,
totally.
God. That frontside
Dude, the
360. That switch
front
frontside
three.
360. Oh, my God. Hey, I was just
He
joking
floats.
about the other companies, but these guys are in trouble. Remember when Terry Kennedy in Baker 3, he said, don't be mad the guys negotiating your deals. This is what he said with that switch frontside 3. Oh, my God. Oh, the all white movement. Is this Heath Kirchart part 2?
Drew,
Yeah, he
wait
looked
for
good.
in my opinion, the best nollie varial heel ever.
Yep.
So good.
I'm about to watch it right now, but I was
Dude,
trying to find.
I really thought it was going to be a nollie big heel. I was like, he's
Mhm.
turning late, but it has to be. And then he just stopped turning. And that's such a random trick. Like, I'd say in general, I don't think of that as like a very cool trick. Like, I just didn't think it would think it would look that great, but he made it happen. It was beautiful.
Yeah, that was a great one.
Wow, I'm really...
Skates very light on his feet.
Yeah, he is light on his feet, isn't he? It's
Like
kinda-
that switch run 3, like he just bounced, like he just floated, rotated so mellow.
I feel like his like ender wasn't like a crazy maneuver but like how he does it and how he skates, like that is I'll never lose that image out of my head now. Like even the thumbnail, I mean, it's beautiful. That nollie flip was
It
superb.
was very good. That was
Yes.
a very good nollie flip.
Oh.
It like so good.
Can I share my thoughts on it? You're talking about the one he does in the line. With between the two rails, they're kind of narrow. It's kind of a narrow.
Yeah, that nollie varial heel.
You know what? I fuck with it. You know, I take back what I was gonna say.
You almost didn't.
What were you
though.
gonna say? I want to hear it.
What's the next topic?
All right.
No. In all honesty, yeah, that it's kind of cool how he faked this out. It's you know what it did? It did a shifty.
Yeah.
Mhm.
A mid, like 15-degree shifty. Maybe, you know what? Hey. Hey, let's look at it this way instead. Robert Neal was going to do nollie big heel, but mid-flip he said, never mind.
Exactly.
Hey, if
That's
you
what it
have the
looks like.
power to do that in the middle of your trick, then you're a boss. That's
You know,
awesome.
Robert Neal is that guy.
He is that guy.
He's that guy.
Oh, dude. Also, the beginning, the switch heel nose manny, he ends up figgy flipping out of it. It was pretty solid save when he was head first for the. It reminded me a lot of Tyshawn and Cherry when they put the guardrail, like he grinds that rail at the courthouse in New York, and he 50s it and lands and rolls off the really tall drop. And there's one where he sticks and he does the same thing pretty much, or gnarlier. I feel like Tyshawn was looking gnarlier, but similar. They
Yeah.
both saved themselves.
Hey, you know that nollie frontside heel flip he does into the bank?
Yes.
Doesn't that look like Knox Godoy that's giving him props?
I honestly don't. Oh, is it?
The
It's probably
redhead-
Giovanni.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's
Giovanni.
for primitive.
Oh, okay. He's a redhead kid?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Brazilian.
What's... Oh, he's Brazilian?
I believe so. Yeah.
Oh, I never saw
Okay,
a
I
ginger
know that.
Brazilian. That sounds like some uncharted territory.
Nollie front heel is Rob's trick though. That's really like. He probably has the best one.
Hey, you know who had a good one? Oh, I'm so bummed he doesn't do it anymore. Is Mike Mo. A lot of people
Oh,
talk about
yes.
a lot of
He
people
is a-
talk about his
okay.
switch trays and yeah, okay,
Mhm.
yeah, shut the fuck up. We all know, but his nollie frontside heel flips were the truth.
Yo, his frontside flips
True.
too. Those are always good.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? I'll give him. I'll fucks with his frontside flips. I fuck with
They're
him.
solid.
Yeah.
That
Cool.
his intro for
Pretty sweet
Pretty
intro.
Sweet is so sick.
Dude, yeah, they killed it with that.
Yeah, that was
Schoolyard just because he really stomped it. It worked out perfect.
Okay. Well, I guess anything else? Anyone else want to add on to Robert Neal before we start moving on to other things?
Well deserved.
Yeah, well
It's already been
deserved.
said.
That's so played out. Well deserved. Name one that was you said don't deserve it. Fuck you. Nope. Take away
People
the board.
have said that.
Who about
People
who?
have said that.
Who did that? Who said it? About who? No. Did I put you on the
I
spot? I'm
remember
sorry.
saying
You know,
it,
I'll
but
let you
people have
marinate
said
it. Think about it a little bit. Get back.
You want to actually know an example? I do remember.
Hmm.
Former co-host Mike Medina was not feeling. I think it was when they FA turned Sean, Pablo, and Sage pro, and he said it was way too early.
Do you agree?
No, I didn't. If anything, I'm more like indifferent. I don't remember. I don't think I was bummed about them going. No, I didn't agree at the time.
You said,
But I'm
wait,
sure other
hold on. Do you agree with him? You don't agree with him saying that?
I don't know
it
if I
was
said
too-
at the time. No, I didn't agree.
Okay, fine. Very
I
good.
heard his point, but to me, it was like, nah, turn him pro. I don't know.
I know he said at the time, but now he feels differently. You catch that, Reef? I smell
Nah.
bullshit. What about you, Reef? Is there anyone that turned pro? You said no.
I mean, it doesn't really bother me if someone turns pro, I guess.
Oh,
So.
okay, I like that. I fucks with that. That's a good answer
Yeah.
too. You know, I like the difference of opinion.
Yeah.
I don't think I think Theodos could have waited a little bit longer. You know,
I see that.
I think a
I
little
guess.
bit, little
Yeah,
bit
I
more
mean-
time.
I don't really remember
Yeah, I don't remember either.
pro, honestly.
I still don't think he's ready, but I mean that's just me.
Come on, no.
No, yeah, fuck you guys. Anyway,
That was funny.
let's talk about let's talk about Leo Romero's injection part.
I was so hyped to see this.
Yeah, you
Grant,
sound
you're-
hype.
Grant, you were totally right about the ender. Holy crap.
Gnarly
That
as
was-
man.
Dude, that was so sick. I mean, I have a pretty good list of stuff. I like the music, by the way. He's kind of always been in. You could like see when he was in tour videos, old Toy Machine tour videos and stuff. He was like into singing like country songs and stuff with his guitar. But I like the music a lot. He did so many good stuff. Oh my god. We'll start off with that first clip. He didn't even land it, but that 50 was
Oh yeah, he
gnarly.
went so fast.
dude. When he
It was like a
fell,
hill
I was
bomb
like,
on a rail.
yeah, I was like, is he gonna really get back up and try it? Which we don't see, but you never know. And then he's still 15 up handrails, which I love. And
Was he
that
the
sick.
innovator of that? Was he the first guy to fuck
I
with
believe
that?
so.
Grant.
If he's not-
Grant, what do you think? What do you think, Grant?
I don't know if he was the first, but that's his thing.
I was just
He's
about
the
to say
person you think of when you think,
Mhm.
and most people would think of. I don't know.
I'm sure someone did it before him, but he did it up the that one rail that everyone used to skate back in the day. Costin did that skit with Owen Wilson down it. What's that rail called? Drew, do you know? Yeah, right.
Oh, yeah. You said, what's the name of that rail?
Or the spot, or they used. I feel like it was a pretty famous LA rail, but he was like when he 50'd up that was when it all began. I believe he had the cover. Of
Yeah,
one
I
of the magazines.
forgot. I know. Nope, I don't remember. Sorry.
All good.
No
But
big
yeah.
deal.
Yeah. And then he, there's more, kickflip over that bump to bar was huge. That was amazing. His frontside flips, still good to me. That's what I put on my notes, still good to me. Yeah. I was just very impressed with this, and he killed it. So, hell yeah.
That's what's up. I
You
saw
like
one
this
comment.
song?
Yeah, I do.
Drew's
especially
not.
with his skating.
You're not feeling it, Drew?
Hell no.
So I just like.
What am I?
like fast skating.
No, what am I doing? I mean, oh shit, the lights are turning off again. Oh, yep, I'm black. Oh well. So, like I was saying, what am I?
Wait,
What's happening here? Like, wait, do I really look that bad? Oh, this is horrible. You
I
can't.
mean, I
even-
can't see you.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey, you know what though? You know what? Hey, I wasn't talking shit when I said I moved over to the dark side. Let me turn the lights back. But before I turn the lights back on, maybe you guys could repeat. But I mean, what am I doing here with this song? Like, am I? Am I feeding my horses some hay here? Like, am I taking the tractor down to the city to get some milk?
Might be. I don't know.
Yeah.
I did see a cool comment on YouTube that was talking about, like, it was someone saying, I watched Leo, like, when I first started skating, like, however many years ago, and it's crazy to see him still killing it now. And they were kind of just talking about, like, how long it's been, basically, but they had a cool way of wording it, which is pretty insane to think about, like, how long of a career he's had, and that he's still skating at the level he is skating at. It's pretty rad.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. Also, the ender, obviously, we'll talk about, but the frontside nose grind was another one that really stood out to me on that ledge you had a gap in and out of. It was a planter.
No, I'm watching that right now.
Super tall.
Yeah.
Dude, that was
he has to ollie
cool.
up a curb to do it, too.
Yeah, I really like that clip. That was sick. Yeah. That to me was like, especially with that type of spot, I was like, dude, you're like a real street skater with power if you could skate that thing. Like that's like a Westgate, Leo, Tiago, like, you know,
full commitment too.
Power, yeah, man. Like it's a ledge. Yeah, that's a gnarly spot to skate.
That ender was rad.
Yes, it was.
I'm glad you're hyped on the ender.
Whoa, that's those of you who don't know, you guys will check it out. Check it out online on Thrasher.com.
That's right.
Magazine. Jesus.
Please go check it out.
It's a dope Manny trick though. What it's I mean the trick is a fucking nose manual and ollie flip out, but what he does it on, it's fucked up. Jesus Christ.
Dude,
you know, and I don't even
speechless.
I don't even like Manny tricks at the end. That bothers me. When it's Manny tricks at the end, I'm like, ew, like what happened here? Like, what is your name, Daywan? Like, only Daywan could get the pass.
Drew, you like jumpers, huh? You want some gnarliness.
No, I don't like jumpers, dude. I want the dudes that like to grind on rails. You know, I'm like testing my sexuality. I want to see like them grind up on the rail a little bit. You know.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you guys like that name? I swear I'll turn the lights back on soon. But do you guys like the name Programming Injection?
I'm indifferent.
Right. Indifferent? God, I need to steal your indifferent card because that's absolutely unacceptable.
All right, I won't say that anymore. But like, I don't know what to say. I don't dislike that name, but I'm like, oh, that's a sick name. So I don't know what I mean.
I think it'd be doper if it was just injection part.
Oh, that kind of sounds cool. I like that.
Yeah, my injection part. Hey, what was that on? Programming Ooh, damn, sir. Damn. Is this a spelling bee? Like, are you trying to say just a bunch of fancy words here? I don't get it. Reef, you got anything else to add? I mean, Grant brought up that ollie up planter nose grind.
Yeah, that was crazy. I forgot to write that one down. Actually, I know I did write that one down. But I'll just add, I mean, like Grant said, that's like a big Westgate, like Leo spot for sure. Like you need power to gap in, gap out. That was definitely a highlight for sure in the part. So, yeah.
Okay. Right on. You guys want to take it away on the Foundation Love Note tour video? Did you guys talk about that already?
Yeah. No, we can get into that. Yeah. Foundation's Love Note tour. I have to pull it up. I'm trying to remember. Was it in Germany? Or somewhere in Europe? If I'm remembering correct, it was in Germany.
I just know somewhere in Europe. I believe you're right.
Yeah. Yeah, so Foundation trip, Dakota, Nick Berlino, Austin Thongvavong, Victor Seves, Dylan Whitkin, Aiden Campbell. Definitely some standouts. A lot of cool spots, as there tends to be in European videos, for sure. Dude, Nick's nose slide on the huge.
I saw it on Instagram.
Double kick was pretty insane. It was cool because, I don't know, a lot of times you see really long nose slides like that, and the person's kind of like squeaking their heel down the thing. Mm-hmm. But he was on it legit. He even says it when he rolls away, I think.
He says no hands.
Oh, yeah.
Because he didn't put his hands down on that glass piece.
Yeah. Yeah, that was sick. Like, he did that really legit. Obviously, it's gnarly, no matter what. I think that's only the second trick that's gone down on that rail. Aaron Harrington back 50'd it, which is pretty tight.
Oh, yeah.
Austin Thongvavong also definitely stood out. He had a lot of footage in here, which was rad to see. I think he's someone that people are definitely going to be pretty familiar with. His footage stands out in videos like this, so he killed it for sure.
Yeah, I agree. I I never heard of him before, and his skating was one of my favorites. And I really liked the foundation team, but I was missing a couple of or not couple, I guess one in particular. I used to watch Ryan Spencer, I believe his name was, and he's not on there anymore. It kind of bums me out. But this guy Austin, he kills it with the front Smiths, you know. And
on the double kink.
Yeah, and that's one of my favorite tricks. And he also did it. Was he the one that did it? Like he front Smith pop outs before the flat, and it's like there's like a drop on the side. You guys remember that?
Honestly, I don't remember.
Okay,
might have been.
But yeah, I mean, did he have long hair before the buzz cut?
In that video,
that's what it looked like. I don't know if there was clips
of him.
I don't
think so. I think his hair's been short.
Okay, but yeah, he killed it. And then what else do I got for it? Oh yeah, I wanted to recognize this about also in Leo's part. Go back to that real quick. Dakota does a front board through a kink trail in this video and in Leo's video, and it's two different front boards. Yeah,
that's sick.
Yeah, guest trick in Leo's
front board on a kink trail is crazy. Front boards look cool. Like long front boards look so sick.
And I agree. Down a kink trail,
so tight.
It's gnarly.
Turning over the shoulder, it always looks cool. It's a cool trick for a photo, a long front board.
Oh, switchback.
Sounds like a good trick. Yeah, I agree.
Switchback 3, dude. That's Nick. That's Nick's trick.
It is.
But it's still to this day, like he's been doing it for so long. But that's still a trick you don't see that often.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, but shout out to Drew's boy Paul real quick, because Paul, the one he did on that bump a few years back in a primitive edit where the tail snaps. I think it was in that Opal video. The bump he always skates.
I forgot what video it was.
Oh, the one with the red on the edge of it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's in primitive Opal. He switchback threes it. That's such a good switchback 3. Sorry, not to take away from Nick, but when I hear that trick, I always think about that clip.
I know which one you're talking about.
So good though. So sick that he has that one.
Mm-hmm.
PJ did an early one on that 4 block. What do they call it? The Chino 4 block, and his really sorry video part. The flip video. That's still so tight. That's still one of the most. Why is PJ on flip video parts? Like, who the fuck? He doesn't even hang out with those dudes. Why the fuck is he there? Awesome.
Yeah,
that's what I think of when I think of switchback 3. PJ Lad.
That's such a switch backside. That's just not. I think for most people, that's an awkward thing.
Can you guys switch back 180? I could never do that trick.
Could do a crappy one.
Yeah, I could do a crappy one, but I mean like a good one.
I would never be like, oh, I'm gonna do a switchback 180 right now. I can't do them cool. People can do even regular back 180s. Like people can make that trick look so good.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
It's such a basic trick that looks cool. I love that.
What about you, Reef? You got a switchback 180 in you?
No, I could probably do a crappy one too, but that's about it.
I think switchback heel seems to be like the switch backside trick that I feel like would work the best for most people. Switchback 3 and switchback big are still pretty rare. Switch backside flip, like if you're doing that, you're a real switch flipper, and you could turn backside. Like that's impressive. No, that switchback heel. Maybe you'll see a little more.
They still got the same TM over there at Foundation.
Sinclair does stuff.
Yeah.
No, what his exact role is, but he's been there forever.
Yep.
With Toy too.
Mm-hmm.
Tom Yeto,
he kills it.
Tom Yeto as a whole.
Yeah.
While you guys have been yapping about that, I've been watching Kevin Braun's foam rolling part.
Dude, Howard. I just watched that today.
Howard.
Dude, 3 up, 3 down in SF.
Yo.
Oh.
Dude.
Rel, switch flip, switch Manny, switch flip out.
What about that nose slide, though?
High speed. Yeah, front nose on it.
To fake
it? Big old switch here right after. That fool is so powerful. He is.
Who's he ride for?
He skates for Santa Cruz.
Oh, does he? Okay.
He does.
Is he? Shit, did I just see him wearing a Thief sweater? Looks like Thief Trucks is still around.
Nah, he's not on Thief. He's on Crux.
That wasn't a Thief sweater I saw him wearing? It was a Thief sweater. Yeah, this is just old footy. Oh no,
it's
no, no!
not.
You know what that
That's
is?
what
That's a Jesus. It looks so crazy from far away. That's a fucking Thrasher sweater.
Do you like the music, Drew?
I don't know. I turned it down. That shit was weird.
What about the name? Foam Rollin.
Well, I know what he does in between sessions.
Hey, he does it for the power, obviously. That power, dude, that pop
Dude.
is good.
What does that mean?
Nollie
Power?
Shove
Like,
does?
how does someone have power in skateboarding, Reef?
Dude, he just like skates fast and pops so big, and like what Grant said about 3 up, 3 down. I mean, switch flip out, or switch flip Manny, switch flip out.
Okay.
Going
Like that.
fast.
It
Not
makes
like a
sense.
tech
Fast.
skater. He didn't do it
And
like
it-
a tech skater.
And it's not like he didn't like. Oh, he also did like the fakey flip switch Manny to drop. Like he popped it big and like landed perfectly into the manual, and like just he has, I don't know, power.
Yeah,
That's,
Yeah, no,
Like,
it makes sense.
yeah.
I think
I just want to get your definition of power.
yeah, I feel it.
I also think earlier we were talking about how Robert Neal's very light on his feet, which I love to watch that, and I love watching dudes with power, but they're pretty different. Like I don't think anyone would describe Kevin Braun, not at all in a bad way, but no one would really say he skates light. He skates with power, and like to me, Robert doesn't skate. I wouldn't describe Robert as a powerful skater. He skates very light and floaty and so much pop and looks
Right.
very relaxed. And they just, it's just different styles, but
Yeah.
He's very similar with the gentleman that left for April. Keep forgetting his name.
Shane O'Neill.
No, the other guy. Oh, Diego Najera.
Yeah.
He's also he's light on his feet, but I feel like at times it looks like he can skate with power.
I totally agree with that.
I could see that.
Who would you say is someone heavy on their feet? Because that'd be the opposite, right? Who's heavy?
Mm-hmm.
Who's someone that looks like that? They're just wearing like straight iron boots.
Damn.
Oh no.
Hey, I'll tell you who I think.
Huh.
Chris Cole.
Ooh.
Okay.
But at the
But
same time,
I think it's because he's a bigger guy, and I think
Mhm.
when he
He's
like
tall.
if you look at some of the heel flips he does, he'll when he does a heel flip, or maybe I forgot, maybe it's the last trick I remember was a heel flip. I think it was a gap. Could be wrong. Might have been a kick flip. Shit, it might have even been an ollie. Who cares? But when he landed, he like crouches down and like a little, like you could just see his back, but his arms going out like this. So he just like, you just chill out, dude. Watch
Yeah.
out. But when you crouch like that, there could have been a bank vault right there. He would have busted right through it. Do you agree, or you guys don't agree with the
that's
heavy
a good-
foot? Heavy foot
Because
call?
I mean, he's tall and he's big and he jumps. So I feel like if you're big and you're a jumper, it makes sense that you would kind of look heavy. Again, not in a bad way, just different styles.
yeah, I think honestly, I remember Rob Dyrdek in the early years of Street League talking about how Chris Cole was like a grizzly bear, and on the course he would be like just tearing through his tricks, beast mode. So yeah, I agree with you, Drew. But there are times where I see Chris Cole doing like manual tricks, and it looks like he's very light on his feet.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
You know what else?
More
Well,
power.
who's heavy?
That's good.
Who's heavy on their feet when it comes to the manuals, though?
You're right. You're right. But maybe
I'm just asking. I'm
Kevin
not trying to
Braun's-
be
Kevin Braun's.
argumentative.
What
I'm
about
just-
Beeble?
No, I know.
Beeble does Manny's and he's big. That kind of makes me think it's a little heavier.
Oh, that's a good one, Grant. I like that one.
I don't know though. Maybe I'm pushing
Grant
it.
coming in. Grant coming in with the pushing it. I like it. Push it up.
But I was gonna say too about Kevin Braun. Like when I think of someone with power, like I feel like part of it also has to do with the spots that they're skating.
Mhm.
Kevin, when I feel like a lot of that is all, if not all of it, is in SF,
Mhm.
and a lot of it looks a little crusty, hard to skate. Like I could see Kevin Braun like pushing through a grind on a chunky ledge.
Mm-hmm.
When I think of Robert Neal, or honestly for the most part, a lot of the primitive dudes, again, not in a bad way, they skate differently. It's a lot of more tech stuff. They're gonna skate like a ledge that looks like it's at a skate park. It could be a lot harder to skate than we think, but they look very light on their feet. Their board's flipping more, and that's kind of how I think of Robert. But when I think of Kevin, it just seems like maybe something more crusty, and he could just like push through it.
Yeah.
All right, fair enough. Well, thank. That was a fun discussion. Who's heavy?
It
Who's
was.
light?
It's almost like a healthy question.
Good segue, but I don't have one this week.
Oh, dang it. I love those.
Oh, thank you, guys. I appreciate it. I know Grant's a fan of them, too, but unfortunately, the rest of the questions will be unhealthy for the rest of the podcast.
That was good.
Let's see what else we got here. Oh, that's last week's topics. I don't want to talk about Deathmatch 2019.
Wait. Let's talk about one more trick of Kevin's. Half cab crook, backside to backside.
And
to backside nose blunt.
Mm.
That was pretty dope.
That
I've
was
never
sick.
seen that.
Really cool way to use the spot.
Mm-hmm. It's like a drop down ledge.
Yeah, it's so cool when you see stuff in a video part, someone skating in the streets, and you're like, you couldn't even like practice, like you couldn't go to a skate park and try that. Like that spot is just perfect for, obviously that's crazy. I'm just saying, like, pretty hard to find a drop down ledge to like practice that on and be like, oh, I'm gonna go do this. You know, like he was just probably there and was like, oh, whoa, I wonder if this would work. So sick.
Yeah, it was very cool. I just had to mention that one.
Creativity, and he did it so good.
All right. I guess I saved the best for last. Ishod, keep the fire burning, extra rips. I mean, what is extra rips?
It's basically like a rough cut.
It's a rough cut. All right.
Unused footage, attempts, etc. Raw footage. It's just raw footage from the trip.
All right. Well, I mean, sell me on this. Is it okay? Because it's okay if it's not like anything special. Not saying that Ishod's not special, but I'm just saying as far as the content, the validity of the content is just.
I hear you, but it's special. The tray flip 50 down the round rail. Woo!
Oh, that sounds so
sick.
Up. Oh my god, my stomach hurts. Oh my god.
Also, dude, I love the flick back lip, flick front lip line too. That is so cool.
Yeah,
that's nasty.
The stuff in the pool when he hears that they got pizza up there, that was so funny. That was so tight.
Such a good clip.
Yeah.
He posted it today on his Instagram. I was hyped on that. So tight. He was all fired up on the pizza.
Is that Evan Smith there with him too? Yeah, it is. That's cool.
Yeah, from the Spitfire trip.
Oh, okay. I keep forgetting
that Switch V heel.
Spitfire. I keep forgetting. Sorry.
Yeah, no, you're good. That Switch V heel that Ishod does down the set, Oakland Courthouse, so good.
Dude, so good.
Yeah, I mean, clearly he had a productive trip. 8 minutes of footy.
Yeah.
So, I mean, obviously, I love watching Ishod in general, but this was definitely rad to see. Always fun to watch raw footage. I'm always a fan of that. You just get to see kind of behind the scenes, see the process of tricks. So that was cool. Like, I mean, for example, I just turned it on right now just to get a little reminder on some of the stuff.
Sure, you could do
it's cool to see gap lip,
I give
and
you
then gap
permission to do
nose
the Drew reference. I mean, it makes sense.
What was the Drew reference?
Pulling up the video while you're doing the show.
Yeah. So I don't know. He killed it for sure.
I'll never understand how you can skate without a shirt or a wife beater.
You've never skated shirtless?
Dude, even when I take my shirt off, I still got a shirt on, if you know what I'm saying. I'm a hairy man.
That's funny.
Oh,
I know Reef's down. Reef, you ain't worried about getting rocks in your back and shit?
Maybe a little bit more these days, but back in the day, I would skate shirtless all the time.
Dude, let me tell you something. I think this is good educational advice. So this is not a healthy question. This is a PSA, a public service announcement. You need to be careful skating outside. There's a tow truck. There's a YouTube channel called, if you guys want to reference it, it has nothing to do with skateboarding, but it's hilarious to me. I just talked about it on the Random Gold. It's the name of the website is GTOGER. GTOGER. Real quick. Just want to highlight it. The name, this channel, it's a business, but they get a lot of people parking in their parking spots, so they have them towed. So just to give you guys some reference as far as like what the channel's about, but the thing I want to highlight is that they catch people doing other shit. People are pissing and shitting and vomiting in these alleyways, and I've seen more girls in this channel than men popping a squat in the corner. So be careful when you be rubbing your backs on these skate spots. Anything and everything is up for grabs. Just a heads up. You can get staph infection. Remember that dude, Dick Mullins, when he got staph, dude? Hey, Do you want to lose your
I
eyes?
hear you.
Fuck that. No, I'm just, whatever. I
I
could
hear
be
you.
talking
Hey, Drew.
nonsense. We could go back into skateboarding, but I'll never skate without a shirt.
No, fair enough. But this reminds me just of your whole PSA thing.
Mhm.
You sent me and Reef a clip this week of Manchild doing a wall ride on a bus, and you weren't too.
Oh yeah.
Wait, but intro to the
Here
viewers
we
that might
go.
not know, Drew is a city bus driver, so he's gonna have a good perspective on this one.
I used to drive buses.
Say it.
I no longer drive buses, but I was a bus operator for 4.5 years. Oh, man, child. All right, man.
I love the subtle come in.
So what you doing, and you don't even realize it. You don't even realize what you're doing. But right when you do that, oh man. So I gotta call the communication tower to let them know that someone just hit my bus, and they're gonna say, "What was it?" It was a kid on a skateboard. You hit a kid on a skateboard? No, I wasn't even moving, man. So you have to report it to your
Wow.
radio dispatcher, and then you gotta do an accident report, even though you weren't even moving, but there might be damage on the bus. And so I gotta spend about 30 minutes and explain. It's not really that much, like, as far as like you as an operator, there's gonna be weight onto you, but it was unnecessary. Now, as far as me as a skateboarder, hey, I'm happy for you. But I feel sorry for the bus operator that has to explain to radio dispatch. And they have cameras all around the bus, too, so it's not like that they're going to be like, are you sure? I mean, there's some no, I didn't hit anything. I didn't hit a curb or a parked car, which are some of the most common preventable accidents. So they know what happened, but it's kind of a shame. Also, on another level, I'm actually kind of surprised he did it, because if you look at the back panel where he did it near the end of the bus, that's actually a door compartment that leads that opens a part of I don't work in maintenance, so I'm not sure where that door opens. I just know it can flap open wide, and I have a tool that can open that door, because you need to check it, because if you're driving on the freeway, you'll look like that you're flying on the freeway because you got your wingspan out.
You got wings.
Yeah, but there's like a it's not smooth is what I'm trying to tell you. There's like a bar next to it it's pretty much just not flush, so it's a little bumpy.
Okay.
So the fact that he was able to real quick, kind of impressed by that. But yeah, I was feeling for the bus operator. My rant is done. Thank you for hearing me out, but
Yes.
I can appreciate both perspectives of it. But thanks for bringing that up. I did forget that.
Yeah, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Of course.
I did have something I did write something in my notes this week.
What's that?
It might have been that, though. Might have been just that. Oh, did you guys know? Yeah, this is random. Did you guys know that Tyshawn Jones has a restaurant?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't
Tastes
know
so
that.
good.
I didn't know that.
Did you watch his documentary?
No, I watched this thing on Fox 5 New York. Pro skater Tyshawn becomes restaurant owner. This came out in January. I wonder how come this came on my notes. Maybe because I just wanted to bring it up.
Yeah,
No,
he
it's
does.
super
He
cool.
actually, speaking of, he has a new documentary that came out sometime within the past couple of weeks. It's really good.
Oh,
It
we didn't
talks
talk
a lot
about it on the show, did we?
The documentary, no.
Why not? Well, give me some context. What's up?
I don't know. Guess somehow it just forgot to put on the list. Just talks about his life. It's titled like "How Did Tyshawn Jones Become Skater of the Year 2018?" So it definitely talks about last year, but also talks about him coming up as a kid. It shows some old footage of him as a really young, like back when he was getting Americas and toy machine boards and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Has some footage of them talking to his mom. His mom mentioning how Tyshawn's favorite skater was Lizard King, and just like how hyped he was on Lizard King as a kid.
Super cool.
They had actually lizards in there for a second talking. Muska.
You scared me.
With some people from Adidas about, I think they talk about working on a shoe when him and Nickel got put on Adidas together. So just a lot of cool stuff about his life. And they did a really good job doing it.
Was it the same people that did the Street League videos?
I don't know who did it.
Remember
but
those
everybody
Street League
knows that.
documentaries? They had one with Chris Cole. They had
Yeah,
part
no,
1,
no,
2,
no, no,
3.
not
I think
those
it was
people.
called Motivation.
Motivation. No, this was on a YouTube channel called ID. I had never heard of the
Oh,
some sort
yeah,
of
yeah, yeah.
media outlet, but I'm not familiar with it. But they did a good job.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Right on.
Yeah.
You should go check it out, Drew. It's really cool.
Okay. It's on YouTube though, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For
I think
free?
a couple people have already uploaded it too off of the official upload, because I've seen other ones besides
Okay.
the ID one.
Well, thanks for the heads up for me and the listeners. I think it's time for everyone's favorite segment. I think it's time for the Grant's Grant.
Yeah, let's get into it. It was a tough pick this week.
Oh yeah, why is that?
See, New Balance. Hey, shout out to New Balance because it was between two of their videos, so they had a good week. Davis Torgerson and Jack Curtin both got colorways of a shoe for New Balance, and so they had some ads come out with footage. And today, when I was picking Grant's Graham, I was like, you know what? Jack's dropped today. He killed it. Like that's the pick. And then I was like, wait, Davis's came out this week. I forgot that wasn't too long ago to use it. And so I'm sorry, Jack, but I had to go to Davis because
he gave Jack the boot.
I guess, but Jack killed it. Like,
Hey, it's Grant's Graham, not Jack's Graham.
but dude, Davis. I mean, I'm just a big fan of Davis in general, and all this footage is really rad. But there's one clip in particular. He does a back lip to fakie, like lifts up on top of the ledge, and then does a half cab manual back big spin real quick. I thought that was so tight. Like just quick feet, really cool way to use that spot. And the way they filmed it was sick too. You didn't really know what was coming. So that clip, dude, that sealed the deal. So that's my pick. Shout out to Jack Curtin because crook nollie frontside heel transfer. Whew, that was tight.
All right,
So
I'll let you get away with an honorable mention. I guess we can't be,
double dip.
I guess we can't be too callous around here, huh? Okay, very well. Well, that sounds like a show. We'll cut a little short this week, but next week will be an exceptional show because we're gonna do the same thing. That's the only reason.
Hell
You
yeah.
had me excited. I was like, "What? Drew's got a
I know.
surprise?
We'll catch you guys next week.
We're gonna ring the rod next week."
Later, skaters.